Welcome back to the big story we are tracking here. First on Times Now. What is Pakistan hiding in the aftermath of the Balakot airstrikes? Because what else explains the denial and the refusal of permission to international news agency Reuters to the Jabba top? Our national affairs editor Srinjoy Chaudhary joins me. Srinjoy, for the last couple of days, Times Now has put out the proof, visuals as well as satellite imagery that shows how India punished the terror camps in Pakistan. And now this revelation now coming to us that Reuters team has been blocked by Pakistan.
That's exactly the point, Pranesh. On the one hand, Pakistan says all kinds of things, that they shot down a MiG-21, fine, and no F-16 was shot down, even though 2 parachutes were visible. The fact that they did not target Indian military bases. Again and again, Pakistan has said things and thought they had got away with it. Now comes a stage where Pakistan is asked directly, can you take us by Reuters, a respected international organization, can you take us to Balakot? And the answer is no. The question is why? Why, if actually nothing has happened in Balakot, if absolutely nothing has happened, and the Indian Air Force did not reach there, the Indian Air Force did not strike there, if that is actually so, why don't you allow Reuters or everybody else to go to Balakot? Let everybody go to Balakot and see for themselves. That is exactly what Pakistan should do.
Absolutely, and our editor-in-chief Rahul Shivshankar joins the broadcast. Srinjoy, Rahul, the question is that Pakistani establishment that claimed that only trees were damaged in this strike, what are they hiding now?
Well, you know, Pranesh, let me also tell you, Pranesh, that there is a big issue here. And the issue is this, very simply this, that we are being told, and we have heard from our sources who have captured satellite images of Jabba top. And in those satellite images, there is evidence also of Pakistan, and this is what we were told, both Srinjoy and myself, by highly placed government sources, in a face-to-face meeting, that Pakistan was also undertaking a reconstruction of this particular facility, the Jaish-e-Mohammed training facility, the training camp. So maybe the reason why the Reuters crew has not been allowed to go up to Jabba top, the training facility, and conduct a physical verification is because there is this quick repair job that is being undertaken so that the whole world can then continue to be fooled by Pakistan that India missed its mark. Now, I want to also ask a very specific question of those doubters here in this country who have been constantly insisting on the back of an earlier Reuters report that India must furnish proof that it actually struck the camp, because an earlier Reuters report using some open source private satellite channel imagery had come out and claimed that India had missed the mark. Now, that was a verification from 60,000 feet in the air. And when Reuters wants to go and investigate on the ground, they are blocked. So will those same doubters who quoted the Reuters report to question the government, will those same doubters now use this Reuters report to question the Pakistani government and ask them to furnish proof that their camp, that the Jaish-e-Mohammed camp has not been struck? That's the fundamental question. Colonel Arison also joins the broadcast. Colonel Arison, big development on the strike on the Jaish-e-Mohammed. Pakistan has blocked Reuters team and other international teams from Jabba top. Why? That's the big question.
See, the problem is that, there are 2 types of lobbies, who are trying to debunk this entire, strike. One is, of course, the pro-Pak lobby here, or the proxies of Pakistan. There is a very thriving industry in India, very thriving industry. Because this industry has entrenched itself, in last 3 decades. And the other is, of course, the arms lobby. Now, don't compel me to open my mouth. I have much more details, and I personally have, I have had personal experience in this regard. after this Balakot strike as to how the arms lobby, is influencing Reuters. It was a fake satellite photograph. You can ask anybody who has done satellite interpretation. That satellite image only has value if it has annotation. See, I was in int agencies and we used to demand satellite photographs, and then, there's a whole lot of, exercise goes in. The details are furnished to you with annotations, and without annotations, how do you know that was the target? I can pick up, similar buildings anywhere in the world on a hillside and pass it off as a target. So that was a big fraud, and I know why the Reuters and the New York Times are on overdrive. Remember one thing, I might say that, please don't compel me to open my mouth, but the least is to say that the arms lobby is very, very strong. It has very strong reasons also for this, and they have very deep pockets, very, very deep pockets. And now
Right.
I know, Editor sir, as to why there are lobbies here to debunk our all indigenous efforts. I can imagine how powerful this lobby is, and how all our indigenous efforts towards
That's exactly a question, Colonel RSN Singh. Will the doubters now question Pakistan and Imran Khan? Some of them even wanted to give a Nobel Peace Prize to Imran Khan. Remember
they
the
are
Pakistan... Go ahead, sir, go ahead.
No, they are getting money from both the arms lobby and from Pakistan. I told you it's a thriving industry. It's a thriving industry here. This is here and Chandigarh.
But if Pakistan has clean hands, then Pakistan should immediately give access to all international journalists. And let me tell you, this is the third attempt that has been blocked in just 9 days. Third attempt to go and physically verify by journalists the infrastructure and the facilities. Once they said weather was poor, then they said administrative and organizational reasons, and the third time they've said that, listen, there is no school even now there. That's been shut down a year back. So why even bother?
There's even more reason, Rahul, there's even more reason than to send people to Balakot. If there's no school, if there's been no strike, if the Indian Air Force never got anywhere, then fine, show it to the world, show it to independent Western journalists that yes, this is a school. Now, actually what has happened is there is enormous damage, and you can't repair that in a few days.
Well, you're probably right. You're probably right. There have been different assessments coming out from Indian experts and other, including Times Now, conversations we've had with people in government, face-to-face conversations where a huge amount of credible data and evidence was shared with us to establish the fact that the Indian Air Force struck home. So Pakistan, now the onus is on you, Pakistan, to come out and explain why you are not allowing access to this facility. What are you waiting for? Are you stalling for time so you can go there and reconstruct it? Colonel RSN, is that a possibility? Do you think that could be happening?
No, what I suggest is all those people who, the peacemakers and who claim to have close affinity with Pakistan, you are absolutely right. I mean, they should personally take you, Editor sir, to Balakot. I mean, after all, it would be a peace gesture that, look, nothing has happened. We continue to be friends. I mean, these characters. Please ask them to, utilize their good offices to reach Balakot and
right, Colonel Saab, just stay with us. John Dayal, noted human rights activist, also on the phone line. Mr. Dayal, Pakistan has blocked a Reuters team that wanted to go and see what transpired on the Jabba top. What's behind this move, sir? Mr. John Dayal, you are on Times Now, sir, if you can hear me. We'll connect with him in just a bit, Srinjoy, but the point that Rahul was making is very damning, to say the least, that there were reports just within hours after the airstrike by India across publications and on social media that the Pakistani military had cordoned off the entire area.
Well, there are several things here. There were people who were putting out photographs, some of which have been described as archival by people in government. Now, archival is one way of saying these pictures were taken, satellite pictures, before the strike happened. Then there were people who were putting out pictures of places that were burnt. As the Pakistanis themselves said, acres and acres of pine trees. Now the point is, the bombs that were used were not incendiary bombs. They were not bombs that were supposed to burn up the whole place. They were specifically designed bunker buster bombs. So again, Pakistan had decided to really put everybody on the wrong foot, and they have failed, because those bombs that were used, those pictures were clearly not.
John Dayal now joins our broadcast. Mr. John Dayal, what do you make of this move by Imran Khan? Reuters.
I think.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I think what each country tells its laptop media is one thing. But when you call in an international media, whether it is Reuters or BBC or the Soviet Russian media, then you must, if you have called them for fair weather, you must call them for foul weather. And if you fail to take them there, claiming that something is happening, something is not, that raises legitimate doubts in the minds of people. So Imran would do well to allow an inspection of the site by international media.
Will you appeal to others who were demanding proof from India to say the same things that you've said, sir?
No,
that Imran should allow inspection of the site and must come clean?
But, I say any claim must be subject to third-party verification, whether it is American CIA through its INSAT or through its satellites or whatever. Otherwise, it's just a claim. I mean, it's a braggart claim. So that is what I am consistent in my thing.
Mr. John Dayal, you may be consistent in your thing, but what is Imran Khan trying to hide? Why block the team from going there? And Sunil Chopra also now joins the broadcaster. Just let me put that question across to him. Mr. Chopra, how do you see this development? What is Imran Khan trying to hide, sir? Why block the Reuters team from the Jabba top?
The reality is that in all these matters, there is an element of drama. It's pathetic because human lives are involved and people are trying to cash in on it. And when you try to cash in on these things, this kind of...
Listen, one second, sir. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Mr. Prem Chopra. 1 second, just hold on, please. A second, I just want to very quickly. Mr. Chopra, just 1 second. I need to read this out for you. This is what...
I know.
1 second. Mr. Chopra, 1 second, please. Give me 30 seconds, please, sir. Let's not reduce this to an evening fight contest. Please, give me 30 seconds. Look, I'm holding up in my hand an article that was printed on the 27th of February, just a day after India's surgical strike, airstrike. And it says, damage, ? Come and see it, says Pakistan Prime Minister will expose to the world India's self-serving, reckless, fictitious claim, says Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi. This was a report filed by Nasir Jafri in Islamabad. As I told you, published at 4 a.m. in the morning, updated on 27/02/19, 8:39 a.m. Quoting Shah Mahmood Qureshi, the Foreign Affairs Minister of Pakistan, saying, come and assess and see for yourself. Yet, three times Pakistan has blocked any physical verification of this particular Jabba top. Why? Why does it say in public that you can come and inspect the facility, and in private stop individuals from independently verifying? And we still have doubters in this country who say that India should furnish the proof. How about Pakistan? How about Pakistan also furnishing evidence to suggest they weren't hit? When will we put the onus on them? General G.D. Bakshi also joins the conversation. General G.D. Bakshi, this is absolutely shocking. Once again, Pakistan blocking any physical verification of Jabba top. Why? Why do you think this is happening, sir?
Rahul, the Reuters had put out a report saying that on the 4th of March, 6 days after the strike, they had compared the satellite images of that with the previous years, and they claimed they found very little change. They said there were no telltale holes in the roof. There were no trees blown, if you please. Then our Air Force showed the dossier with much better, higher resolution pictures, where the 6 to 8 holes that were there in the roof, where the Spice 2000, the missiles had gone right through the roof and burst at those given altitudes to kill the people inside, had been, clearly visible. The mass graves were visible. The Pakistani ambulance was visible in those air photographs, the satellite pictures rather, high resolution imagery. Now these people are, the Pakistanis are a bunch of inveterate liars. The pity is they are being supported by the Western media, and the Western media, we have a colonial hangover. Whatever the West says, the Gora says is right. Whatever we Kalus and Browns say is wrong. I think this should be a smack in the face of Reuters, whose team is not being allowed to go to ground.
General Bakshi, sorry to interrupt you. The important point is Pakistan has not allowed Reuters to the Balakot JEM center. That, instead of that, should itself be proof. If Pakistan was so clear about the fact that there was no strike, and even if there was a strike, the bombs had fallen all over the place and not hit the target, well, the first thing that Pakistan should have done is allowed the Reuters team to go across. Now, it is important to state that there may be more than 4 or 5 buildings in the area. There may be 8 or 10. And the Indian Air Force specifically chose 4 specific targets. Now, if you show pictures of the other 4 buildings or the other 5 buildings, which show no bomb damage because they were not attacked at all, after the strike and pictures before that, then very clearly what you're doing is actually coming in with incorrect facts. Show us those 4 pictures. Show us pictures of those 4 buildings. That's really the important point.
Hello, can I come in?
Yes, sir, go ahead.
That is precisely, Rahul, what I am saying. The Reuters had put out these claims in their news, but they then tried to go onto the ground to verify, and the Pakistanis have stopped them. The largest admission of guilt, trying to obfuscate the truth.
Absolutely. That's precisely the point that we've been trying to make on Times Now, General Saab, that this is the biggest admission of guilt, and this should silence the doubters on our side. Will they now start questioning Imran Khan?
Absolutely. The doubting Thomases need a reality check. They want to sell us that the Americans are right and we are wrong. The American media is always right because they are white. This colonial hangover bloody well has to go. And they were trying to cite the Reuters to prove that we are wrong. They were shown visual evidence. Seeing is believing. They were shown the holes in the roof where the bunker-busting bombs had penetrated right through and burst inside to kill high-value command and control targets. The brother and the nephew of Masood Azhar. That is what we were aiming for. We got those 4 buildings. There is no point showing the madrasa which is intact because we never hit it. We never hit it. These are a bunch of inveterate liars. The Pakistanis lie through their teeth. It is amazing that the only people who give them credence are people on our side of the border. It is utterly confounding and amazing.
That's the greater worry, General Saab, and Colonel RSN Singh has been listening to you very intently. Colonel RSN Singh, the more worrying part, like Rahul mentioned, that there are also reports of construction on war footing. Pakistan is now trying to reconstruct everything that was demolished.
Yes, and take it from me, once that construction is completed, you will have these, pro-part fellows here or the proxies. They will be, taken to Balakot. You take it from me.